Don't say any F's and stuff.
There is no investigation. This boy has...
There is not. Really? This to me.
There is no investigation. This boy has...
There is not. Really? This to me.
Don't say any F's and stuff.
But I have to put her on the side and worry about
I'm gonna do what I gotta do for me and my boys and my kids.
Don't say any F's and stuff.
There is no investigation. This boy
There
has...
is not. Really? This to me. Right. Idiot.
I've done my best. It's hard, it's real tough.
But I have to put her on the side and worry about the boys.
I'm gonna do what I gotta do for me and my boys and my kids.
Don't say any F's and stuff.
Live from the NBD Production Studios, you're in the lab with your host, Joshua Diaz.
There is no investigation. This boy has...
There is not. Really? This to me. But I have to put her on the side and worry about the boys. But I have to...
There is no investigation.
Don't say any F's and stuff.
But I have to put her... But I have to put her on the side and worry about the boys.
Welcome to the lab, everybody. I'm your host, Joshua Diaz. It is great to be here. It is Saturday, August 6th, 6 after 7 here on the West Coast. Thank you for being here. And I just want to thank everybody for showing up over at Mary Hartman's channel. It was an honor and a pleasure and a lot of fun. It's always fun and positive. When we go, I think that's my second time over there, and every time I enjoy it. And Chris was fantastic. And so I just want to thank every one of you for coming over there. And if you haven't seen it, go check it out. Not now while the show's on, but later. I would appreciate that. But thank you guys so much. And while everybody is coming in, we're just waiting for some people to fill it up because I like it crowded. Let's go ahead and just do a roll call. Loveland, Colorado. And there's Mary's channel. Make sure to subscribe to that. Still, you haven't moved. Dog Defender in Cali. Maryland. North Carolina. Come on and raise up. I've never heard of Indifania, but it's on the bucket list. Outside the patio from a long, long time ago. Aspen. Austin, Texas. East Tennessee, Detroit, New Zealand, the 6, Jeannie, feel better. Sorry to hear about that. Betty Egan, Oregon. All right, folks. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Now, today, we're going to talk a little bit more about, so I'm going to go over Don's letter, his new letter to the masses. He gets more spiritual by the day. His life is infiltrated with the Holy Ghost. And by the way, I don't want to say this, in no way am I being sacrilegious or demeaning religion in any way. Plus, I spoke with the man upstairs this morning. He's cool with it. He understands. He gets it. He doesn't like people taking his name in vain and using it, the way that some people tend to do. Now, I went to the library, and while I was researching the show, and I found a very, very, very old photo, very old, but it explains a little bit. It explains a little bit more. And, what is that? G Crime. Hey, Josh, please shout out to Hollinsworth the Third from Australia. Mate. All right. You guys ready for this? I don't know if you're ready for this. I'm ready for this, but I don't know if you're ready for this. So, yeah, I came across this, and makes a little bit more sense, the way that Don signed the end of that letter. Your earthly father, or whatever it was, I don't know. Apparently he's baptizing Tim Mullen. Yeah, I know I have issues, but I mean, this isn't too far away from what they're trying to portray themselves as. They're like, yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. Pretty funny stuff, though, right? It's just too good. Just enjoy that. Just enjoy that. Okay, let's see here. All right, so we can go back to the letter here in a bit. Let's take a look here. So, okay, so here's the letter that Don wrote. That Don wrote to Summer. Quote, "Dear Summer, I don't know if there's even the remotest chance of you ever seeing this letter, but I'm going to write it, hoping you will. First of all, I want you to know that I love you with all my heart. I've never missed someone as much as I miss you. My heart aches constantly, and then the thought of someone mistreating you puts so much anguish and fear for you that I can barely breathe at times. I beg God for your life and break out into tears constantly. I'm very glad I got to spend 5 years with you, but now my life always feels like snow, rain, and drizzle. It's never ending. You're the highlight of my entire miserable existence on this earth. I love you, Summer, with every fiber of my being, sweetheart. I love you, and I will never give up on you, and one day I will see you again, always and forever, your earthly dad, father. Your earthly dad, father. I don't really know. I don't know what that really means, but it's weird, right? It's a weird letter. It's not a normal letter. But it is what it is. And I don't think that he wrote this letter. Again, I don't think that he wrote the letter. He may have had some sentiment as a part of it, but I don't really know. It's just really hard to say. It's hard to say, and I really don't understand. It's impossible not to when you show up and speak like Don. Yeah, I don't know, man. Why now? That's the thing that I don't understand. It sounds as though the reason that he's doing this is because he's getting out of jail. Right? I mean, he's getting out of jail, and what's happening now is freedom is on the horizon, and here he goes. Here he goes. He knows that he's getting out soon, and he's got a life to live, and him and his buddy, and they're friends. They are absolutely friends. I don't know when they became friends. I don't know why they became friends, but they're friends. Josh, when is this case going to end and we find out the truth? Enough is enough. Well, hopefully soon, but I don't know. I truly, truly hope that it does end soon. But it's just hard. It's hard to say. It's hard to say when it's going to end. And now, another thing that I wanted to play tonight was, and I don't know if you guys remember this or not. I mean, it's a good question, but I get asked it a lot. I mean, do I think that it is going to come to an end? I do. I think it is going to come to an end. I just don't know when. I don't know when, and I don't know how, and I don't know who did what. And I'm not going to pretend like I do. But if any of you remember my first interview, the first time that I had ever spoken to Don Wells, I was fortunate enough to be on a channel that let me up to. I had some questions for him. It went on about 15 minutes. I listened to it just the other day, and it was something. It was something. But I don't remember. Yes, he did accuse in this he accuses me sort of having something to do with Summer. But let's go ahead. I'm going to bring that up and we're going to listen to it. Let me see. All right. Hi, Don. My name is Josh. It's nice to talk to you. I've never talked to you before, but I've been following this
You
case.
too, buddy.
Now, I won't
Right on.
lie to you. I've been critical of you,
Right.
and
Okay.
suspicious of the entire
Well,
situation.
most people have, bro.
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
you know, it is what it is. Now, my question, you know, that I've always wanted to ask you is, do you understand why people think that you guys aren't being fully transparent? I mean, does that make sense to you in the public?
Well, yeah.
Because when I ask that question, it just seems as though it almost seems just impossible that nobody knows anything more than she was just taken.
Yeah, it does. It does, and I've heard that from so many people, and I get it. I really do. It just seems it does. It seems that way. And the only difference is, I mean, I know my wife. I know where I was, and we definitely know for a fact she was abducted because she's not here. I know that, and my wife knows that, but to prove that to y'all, that's a whole nother ball game. You know.
When was the last time that you spoke to law enforcement?
It's probably been a couple weeks ago, you know, and I'm not trying to say anything bad about them. I mean, they have their job to do. I've blown up on them a few times. I get frustrated. I get mad. I say stuff I don't mean. I'm so upset. I say bad stuff. I cuss. I don't mean to, but at least I'm being real. I'm telling you how my feelings. You know, yeah, I freaked out a few times, and I've say stuff about law enforcement because I'm upset. You know, but I don't know what they're doing exactly. You know, no, I'm listening to you.
So this was nothing. This was like in October of 2021. No, I was just going to ask another question, but I want you to finish your answer. I do.
Okay. Well, I'm not sure how to answer that. What was the question again? Sorry.
Well, let me, because I don't have a lot. I don't want to take up too much of Ziggy's time, but I do.
No, you're fine.
Well,
You're
no,
fine.
Are you related to Ronnie Lawson? Is he your cousin?
Not that I'm aware of. I mean,
Have you heard that rumor?
I was saying earlier, my dad, I have heard that. As far as I know, I'm not related to him.
So you have no relationship.
But my dad run away. No.
And also, you know, a couple weeks ago, you did an interview that, you know, with one of the local stations around there. And Ronnie Lawson also chimed in, and he did refute almost everything that you claimed. How do you feel about that? I don't know if you saw that.
Well,
he said there were no
nothing
other
I can do about that. Yeah. There ain't
he said there was no other missing children. He said the scream was unfounded. He said that the dogs did find the trail, and that. So I'm just wondering, what is your response to that? I mean, he's saying, you know, everything, each key point. He's saying people aren't missing there. Yeah. Nobody else is missing.
Yeah, not from this area. That's true. That's true. There hasn't been any other kids come up missing from this area, you know, and that bothers me. But I know that there are a lot of missing kids from Eastern Tennessee in this area, not in particular Beach Creek area. But I do know what happens on our street, and I do know what kind of stuff happens. Ronnie Lawson doesn't live on our street. He don't know what happens here around here on a day-to-day basis. I do. I mean, we live here. We see what goes on down the road. And
Ronnie Lawson's been the sheriff for a really long time. Really long time.
He's what?
And he's been the sheriff there for quite some time. Ronnie?
I didn't. I misunderstood you, buddy.
I said Ronnie Lawson, the
Ronnie
sheriff,
Lawson.
has been the sheriff there for a really long time.
No,
And-
he really hasn't. When he come into power, when he first come into power here, he busted a lot of drug stuff around here. He shut a lot of stuff down when he first come into power. I remember I was here. But since he's been in power, I mean, I don't know what all they've done, but I mean, I try not to get involved with what's going on around here. I try to stay out of the drug scene and everything. But I'll say this. The last 7 people I've hired in a row, I've fired for being on dope. If that tells you any damn thing.
Well,
okay, I don't have nobody working with me currently because I can't find nobody that doesn't do dope. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I can't have that kind of crap on my job, or you can't use somebody like that.
Okay.
Okay.
Like calling the kid black. You guys use drugs. You ain't gonna hire somebody that's doing drugs, but you do them yourself.
I don't use drugs.
Right.
Hey, wait. I remember. I think this was on Ziggy's channel. In Prayer Gardens was up there, and they had all said, "Oh, you know what? Go ahead and go, do this." And then Prayer Gardens jumps in and goes, "Well, that's like the pot calling the kettle black." And you do drugs. And then I was like, all right, guys, whoa. But actually, I thought that was actually extremely funny. But anyway, Prairie Garden, I'll let you get back to it. Let me just streamline this really fast, because I'll let you guys have a history and I don't, and I want to just get out of the way, but I do have a couple more questions. So,
okay. Where are you from, brother?
I'm from California.
Where are you from? You from? Okay, you live in California, right?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Certainly. All right.
And
you don't live here in Tennessee. Okay.
But we have drugs here too. That's not.
Well, I know. I just left LA. I just left LA. I know all about it. I seen it all. I couldn't wait to get that hell out of there.
It's not just an Eastern Tennessee thing. It's a United States thing. And I mean, I would venture myself to be somewhat cultured and do understand certain areas. And I'm not saying that you don't have a drug problem, but the fact is that Ronnie Lawson did say that you have little to no traffic going up your road. What do you say to that?
He don't live on my road.
I understand.
He don't live on our road, brother.
Well, I understand.
He does not live on my damn road. He lives in town in some nice house somewhere. He don't live on my road.
But he wouldn't have an idea of it. He just has.
I know my road. I know my road better than Ronnie Lawson does. I'll tell you like that. I'm not trying to be against him or whatever. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the one that took the pictures of that red truck. I'm not trying to go against the man, but I will say I live on my road. He doesn't.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be against law enforcement or anything else.
Now think about this. So this is in October of last year, and Summer went missing in June. So June, July, August, September, October. So she's been missing at this point 4 months. She's been missing 4 months. I asked, when was the last time you spoke with law enforcement? And he said a couple of weeks ago. That to me seems like an awfully long time to go in between. It just seems like a really, really long time, especially it only being 4 months.
I'm not trying to dispute what they say or anything else, but I'm not naive either.
Well, I mean, we all think of something about that. I know my road, brother, and I know who comes up my road, and I know who goes down my road, and I know this, and I know that, and I'm this and that, and just totally understand Jody Sue Brown. Dawn, such a junkie scum.
And so what you're basically saying is that, you know, there is a lot of traffic on your road.
There was, there ain't now. I mean, I don't know. I work every day.
So this is your classic Dawn answer. So there's a lot of traffic on your road. There was, there ain't no more, but I don't really know because I'm at work all the time.
But as far as I know, the traffic isn't as bad as it was because every chance
the only traffic that would be going up there is people that you know that are buying drugs.
get when I'm on the news or anything else, that's what I talk about, and it's slowed down a lot. As far as I know, I don't know for sure. But hell yeah, I'm trying to slow it down. I'm trying to stop it. I'll do anything I can. I hate that stuff. I don't want nothing to do with it. I don't want my kids to be around it. It's wrong.
But just a little time later, he goes on a crack ferry run, but he doesn't like drugs, but he goes on a crack ferry run. I'm gonna go pull out a bunch of money out of my bank, and I'm gonna go buy some crack and hand it out to show them that I didn't need money. I didn't sell my kids.
Sure.
You know,
do you think that they're gonna, in your,
now this is a very, very interesting part of this. Listen closely. If you haven't heard it, and even if you have,
opinion, railroad you for this? Do you think that that's what's going to happen?
you can't. I don't want nothing to do with it. I don't want my kids to be around it. It's wrong.
Sure.
You know.
Do you think that they're gonna, in your opinion, railroad you for this? Do you think that that's what's going to happen?
You can't do that with no evidence. That's impossible, bro. How
Okay.
can you do that? You
Well, I
gotta
don't
have
know.
evidence.
I don't know what evidence they have. I don't know.
They don't
I would
have no evidence, and there's no way they could ever have evidence because it's impossible.
but is it impossible? Is it impossible? No, it's not impossible. And there's somebody up here, and I agree with this comment. We can make fun of Don for sure. And thank you. I was going to do it anyway. But I don't know that he has anything to do with Summer's disappearance. Funny that you say that, because I say the same thing. Hang in there with me, okay?
Yeah.
Proof
Proof of life is evidence, and there's nothing suggesting that she's actually alive, is there?
Well, no, we don't have no evidence of anything. We don't know what happened.
Yeah.
I wish we did. If we knew what happened to her, we'd be all over.
And I have said this. I don't know what happened, and I don't know if you did anything. I don't know if Candus did anything. I know that Summer.
I don't know if you've done anything.
Well, see,
I don't know if you come down here and know something.
Yeah, right. Well, that's kind of a sidestep, right? Because, I mean,
come on.
Wouldn't you be the suspect and not me? I mean, I live in California.
I don't know where you've been.
Missing, not mine, Don.
It sounds like you're kind of being a little bit out there, dude.
He's pissed. And all I said was, I don't know if you had anything to do with it or not.
No, I'm just
my
asking.
kid's missing, but
I'm just asking.
I don't know what the hell you're trying to ask, dude.
I'm trying to ask you if you know if more happened than what you've told.
If I knew what happened to my daughter, I would be all over it, and she would be home. If I knew anything, she would be here with me. I love my daughter with all my heart. I mean, I know everybody, I don't know why everybody tries to implicate or say that I've done this or I've done that. I don't understand why that has happened so bad. I don't get it. I don't understand that. Yeah, I do have a criminal past. I mean, I'm not going to lie to you. But when I got my kids, I fell in love with my kids. I understand that kind of stuff. Why do you think we was in church? Why do you think I took my kids to church? Do you think I'd waste my time to go get in church if I was still a criminal?
Now, I don't know if this is true or not, so I'm gonna just say it. But I had heard that part of his probation may have been going to church. I don't know that for a fact. I don't know if that's ever been verified, but yeah.
No, I want them to be non-criminal. Why do you think that? That's why I drugged them there. You know.
Well, look, I'm not trying to upset you. I'm just asking questions.
I understand, and I
you're
get
free to
it,
answer
and
them or
I'm
not.
trying to answer to the best of my ability.
I understand that, and I appreciate you answering my questions because you don't have to, and I get that, and I appreciate it. I really do.
I appreciate you. I mean, I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to get upset. I get it. I understand why people think the way they think, and I do understand the criminal element, and that's why I try so hard. We sit here at night. God says He wants us all to read Scripture morning and night. That's because God understands our human brain.
I don't know. Do you guys remember that one?
We go out in left field right away. If we ain't in them scriptures morning and night, we're gone quickly. We forget real fast. God understands that. That's why He said morning and night. And that's what I try to do with my kids. Every morning before they even went to school, sometimes I do my best to try to at least read one chapter or something. I've done my best. It's hard. That's real tough. We've been reading The Great Controversy. We got through to chapter 4, I think, or something, and try to read with them every day because I want them to understand what's coming. This world's getting evil fast. The United States was built on Christian principles. That's why God blessed this country. All
right, so you listen to the way he talks. There's no way that he can write a letter coherently.
200 years. Well, Christianity's going away fast. The mob rules, or the majority rules. Well, the majority now is not Christianity. Proof of that is, they got Biden in there. They got rid of Trump. I mean, that's proof right there of what we're facing.
Like, I don't even care about politics and whatever, but like, apparently this all equates to Summer going missing.
Yeah, look, Don,
our country's in big trouble.
I am sympathetic to your situation, and if you had nothing to do with it,
thank you.
My apologies to you if I offended you.
No, you're good. You're good. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Well, before that though, one last question.
Okay, buddy.
I when I sit there and hear leaked phone calls, and I'm not for people recording people secretly, and that seems to have happened a lot here.
Right.
But I have heard you talk very derogatory about certain women in your life, and I'm not going to bring those people up. But
yeah, that's fine.
That really to me, that really undercuts the Christian aspect of it. You understand what I'm saying?
Right. I get that.
Yeah. So what do you say to that? Is it a temper thing? You just feel pushed to the wall? I get that. Well, you can push almost anybody to the point. I mean, yeah, I'm not perfect. Yeah, I might blow. I try. I'm trying, but yeah, I have points where I just I lose it and I get mad, and that's what I know best is my cuss words. I'm sorry. I understand.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I'm far from perfect. I've said some things. A man would be so much better off if he never even know the woman, period.
A man would be so much better off if he never knowed a woman.
In his lifetime.
Knowed a woman.
That's all I can say for that. Yep.
A man would be so much better off in life if he never knowed a woman.
That's the biggest downfall of any man is to, not trying to say.
What really annoys me about what they're doing right now, and sorry to interrupt this, but what really annoys me about that is that he's like, he sees freedom on the horizon and here he goes. Okay. He's like, here we go. I'm going to really, and you got the propaganda machine behind him, helping him out, writing letters for him, making videos for him. But they don't do that with the cactus planter. They don't do it with the cactus planter. They don't do anything like that. And it's infuriating because where's Candus's letter? Where's Candus's letter? Where's Grandis's letter? What's the deal?
Say anything bad about no women because there's some good women out there, but that's a big downfall for a man is a woman. I'm not trying to be mean to women. There's a lot of good women out there. Not trying to be mean.
No.
But there's what's up? That's kind of a trick question. I'm sorry. I need to back off that one.
No.
All right. Hey, Don, thanks for answering my questions. I appreciate it. And you know what? I hope you prove people wrong. I hope that, I hope Summer's found and I hope she's found alive. Now, like I said,
brother, I'm hoping we can all pull together, for the sake of all these children. I mean, and all the evil stuff in this world, there's so much evil. There's so many, we live in an evil world. I mean, all the fallen angels that were kicked out of heaven are here on this earth trying to mess with us all every day, constantly, just, we all have our demons, every one of us.
Don, I wrote a letter to Summer, like circulated around the internet. And I don't know if you ever heard it or not. But I come from a really rough place as well. That's why I kind of got into this thing. And,
right.
I don't know what happened to Summer, but I know whatever happened to her wasn't fair. And I pray to God that you and Candus had nothing to do with it. But until you understand, until she's found alive and safe, there,
right.
the finger will always be pointed at you. You understand that, right?
Right. Oh, yeah.
Until there is somebody else, until there's somebody else on the radar, until there's, evidence of something else, even you say that she's been abducted. TBI says they see no evidence of that. That is
TBI. Okay. TBI and law enforcement are allowed to lie. They might throw you off one way or whatever. You don't know exactly what they're really thinking. You just don't.
Yeah. That's
why I don't even call them anymore, because I don't know if they're telling me, what they're trying to really tell me, because they're allowed to lie all they want to. That's
well, it's an interrogation. It's an interrogation tactic, because usually the people that they're dealing with aren't always forthcoming, and you have to break people apart and get their stories. That's why they separate everybody. That.
I have some serious theories, and I can't even talk about them because that might throw off TBI's investigation. And they might be looking into exactly what I'm thinking, but I can't say nothing about it because that'll screw everything up. And I've made that mistake in the past so many times about what I'm really thinking. And I've tried to tell that to TBI, and they're like, oh, no. But they really could be thinking about on the same page I am. I don't know. It's just a game. It's a serious game with someone's life at stake. So I can't even talk about my theories or anything else any longer.
Yeah, one that you and Candus are playing. That's the game right there.
I'll let you guys go get back to it. Don, thank you for answering my questions. Like I said, I hope that
Appreciate you, brother.
I hope that I'm wrong
Hey,
from being critical of you, and I do apologize for that. It's just
well,
I want to keep your
it's all
daughter's
good,
name out there.
brother. It's all good.
I want to keep your daughter's name out
I
there.
understand how it looks. I understand
Yeah, sure.
how it looks, and it's all
I
good.
understand. I mean, it looks like your daughter's missing and that you guys aren't doing anything to help find her. And she's been missing 4 months at this point. And you said a couple weeks ago was the last time that you met with law enforcement. And I think that is a really long time to go without talking to the police or to the investigators. I think that's an extremely long time.
Thank you.
All right, brother. Thank you.
God
Take care.
bless. All right. All right. Bye.
Anyway, so so he had started this whole Christian kind of thing well before. And once again, I want to reiterate that I am not mocking religion. I'm not being sacrilegious. I am a believer. However, I find it highly odd that this prison religion has really manifested itself, and even much, much more now that Mr. Mullen has engaged his tentacles into this entire situation. I don't know what good Dawn is going to be to Tim when Dawn gets out of jail. I have no idea. Okay. But I know that he's not doing this out of the goodness of his heart. Supposedly he didn't even know Tim before Summer went missing. And I don't understand it. Like, is it I don't look, all of this is speculation because I don't know, but I've heard rumors that it's possible that they may try to sell that land. I don't know if it's actually for sale or not, but I'd heard rumors that there may be a church going up on that hill at some point. I don't know. I don't know if that's the truth or not. I don't know if that's the facts or not. But could that have something to do with this? It could. I think it could have something to do with this. I don't know that it is. I just don't know. I don't know what Lab is going to do for YouTube after he speaks to me on the telephone. Yeah. Maria, thank you so much for that as well. Yeah, I don't know if it's a land grab for the church. It's possible that that's what it is. But nothing surprises me. And I heard that he might have even. I've heard that like this was something that they had talked about a long time ago. I know that there's land disputes. I know that yes, you're right. So many theories. Don is playing out a plan. Is he though? Like, is he that smart? I mean, he's having help, so I understand that, but I really truly want to know why Candus isn't involved in any of this. Is it because she has no rights to the land? Is it because it's Don's property to do with what he wants? I don't know. And I just don't know. Let's see here. If they sell the property, they will not get the boys back. They have to be stable. Stable? Stable? They're not stable. Stable. First of all, that property is about the least stable property that, I mean, trust me, they'd be better off not having that property. We don't know that Candus is not involved. It's a good guess that she's not. If you've ever heard her talk about Mr. Mullen, it's possible, you know, spackle cactus and pops. Yeah, I don't think that they have. I don't think that they have anything like any chance of getting the boys back with or without that house. You know, I just don't. I don't know. And Lulu, thank you for gifting 5 memberships. That's so nice of you. I know people appreciate that. So thank you very much. See, oh, look, Brenda Chick, dog defender, classy lassie. Thank you guys. If Dawn owns land, so does Candus. You know, I've thought about that too. But I don't know if how exactly, but yeah, that's what I thought. I think that the property is in his name, and that's just what I think. I don't know. You know, like I said, I'm just speculating there, and it is nothing more than but there is a reason, and for the life of me, I try to understand why he would be doing this, why Tim is helping. But I don't know. Like, I'm just not. I try to think like maybe he's just a good person. I don't know, Tim. Never talked to him. But see, and I don't disagree with this either right here, because he's a creep. I like, you know, I don't know. I don't know. What did Liblock say? Tennessee is not a community property state. If you and your spouse are actually able to agree on who gets what, you may file for marital dissolution agreement. You know. Yeah. Where did Lexus go? He wants a book movie deal, in my opinion. He even reached out to Monkey Wants. He did reach out to them, and I remember that very, very. I remember that very well, because I remember when Brandy reached out to me and told me that Tim had reached out to her. And I found that absolutely asinine. I had no idea why he would do that. No clue. Annabella said maybe Tim takes pride in being Dawn's only friend. I mean, I guess. I guess so. I wouldn't take pride in that. That wouldn't be that much fun to me. Being friends with Dawn probably sucks. When Tim reached out to the Vaughn family, I think that's when people started trying to connect or make similarities between Monkey and Summer's case. Yeah, I mean it was a strange thing for him to do. There's absolutely no doubt about it. And why he would get involved. That's another thing though, Amy. I wonder that too. I don't know but because he doesn't do interviews. He doesn't do interviews. And so I don't actually know if that's something to viable. I don't know. But something is going on there. Now, and it very well could. Yeah. Lex is making great points there. He extracts data off suspects' phones, though. Yeah, I'll never understand why that was even thought of doing. He tried to explain it, and it made absolutely no sense whatsoever. None. It made no sense at all. Why would he do that? Why did he download any information? He said that law enforcement already had that. Well, he's not, Marlene, he's not doing a very good job of working undercover, but I mean, I would hope that he isn't the worst undercover agent of all time. I would really hope that wasn't the plan. That law enforcement apparently knew about it, but he did it anyway. Mary Glick says, but he's the meteor manager. Yes, he is. He's absolutely the meteor manager. And he's always been.
He's trying to say that he's the meteor for our family, but I don't. Well, why do you need a meteor for my family?
So this is a great question and an absolute fantastic question. Are they still searching for this girl? When did they start? And who are they? Because I don't. When? When did they start? Because from everything that I've seen, they haven't even started. Now, I'm not talking about law enforcement, and I know that everybody has their own opinions of law enforcement and what law enforcement should be doing or what they could be doing different, or and I don't know. I couldn't tell you if they're doing the right things or the wrong things. I wouldn't be able to tell you that because I don't know how that works. But I just don't think that there has been a direct family member such as Dawn, Candus, Grandis that has done anything at all to help find Summer. And I don't know if there's any more planned searches. I don't know. I don't know. It's just really, really strange because it seems as though the way that now they're investigating, now seems to be they're waiting for tips. They're waiting for stuff to roll in. And I understand that that's what they have to do. But I mean, we're 13 months out. Patty, thank you so much. We're 13 months out. Mary says Ellie has to keep information out of the public to protect the case. 100%. 100%. It truly. I don't understand why Candus isn't being interrogated. Well, I mean, if she's there, and Marlene says Ellie needs to stop questioning and start interrogating. What really bothered me in that interview when I went back to that interview thinking about Dawn, Summer missing just about at 4 months at this point, that it had been a couple of weeks before he had talked to law enforcement and that he said he doesn't trust law enforcement. You know, what I think personally is going to happen, and this is just another speculation on my part, that they're going to have to bring like a child endangerment charge against Candus at some point, and hopefully Dawn as well. I mean, what they were living in was an absolute catastrophe. So what I think that they'll have to do, and that the move would be that they're going to have to tie that in to the CPS case. And once that I don't know if they're looking at some significant time, not a little 6-month stand on your head. If they were doing something like that, then maybe they're getting somewhere. But I believe that the CPS case has to end, and then it's turned over what their findings to law enforcement. That's, to me, would be the move. And I hope that that's kind of the plan. But I don't know. It would be a kind of a standard. It would kind of be like a standard way to take care of that, for sure. It's always great to join your live, Josh. Thank you, Tony. I appreciate that so much. How the heck long could that? Well, I mean, they have to lose complete custody of the children. And I don't know what hoops they have to go through, but the case will be closed when they're no longer in custody of those children, when their rights have been stripped away. Because at this point, I mean, legally, I think that they still do have, I don't know what kind of rights, but I mean that they have something. But that the custody at this point, to me, is temporary. And once that has been done, I don't know how long they have. Maybe says, Josh, do you think if Candus had been arrested and not Dawn, that she would have talked by now? Yeah, I don't think that Candus is used to doing the time that Dawn is. And that's just, Dawn is just, 6 months or whatever. And now he doesn't have to go to a court rehab. So yeah, I think that, because you see, like, even on Dr. Phil, when she was on there, and she had every right to get up and just walk out. She had every right to get up and just walk out. And the reason that they were babying her was because she didn't like being interrogated again. And so what she did was she started to make an ugly face and cry, and turned it into, this isn't helping me. Yeah. So, Sleuth Intuition says Mark Redwine and Dylan Redwine remind me of this situation. Here's the difference, Sleuth, though. There was a mother in that case that was absolutely hell-bent on finding her child. The dad, Mark Redwine, did not look for Dylan, didn't go to the vigils, but he did speak to the media a lot, trying to direct the narrative of, I love my son so much, I would never hurt him, blah, blah, blah. But you forget that on the other side, there was family that actually cared. And she wasn't going to let it go. And she hated the father. And she knew, and she told people, it's him. He did it. We don't have that situation here. It seems as though, because I'll tell you right now, Don, the last time I spoke to Don on the phone, he told me that him and Candus were not getting along at all. Shocker. I don't know when they got along and if they had ever gotten along before, but he constantly would say, we're not getting along. This has caused a big rift in our relationship. I'm trying to get her to help me spackle. I swear to God, that's what he said. And he was trying to get her to go to work with him. She didn't really want to. And they do not actually, maybe there's a change. Maybe prison or jail has changed Dawn, and maybe Candus's new freedom and being on Tinder has changed her. But, who, in all honesty, who knows? But I don't think Dawn even likes her. And I don't think she likes Dawn. Her neglect was bad, but never. Yeah. I hope Utah puts him in prison. Love to Mary and Jeannie in summer. I love you all. Thank you so much for that. Let's see. Josh, I forgot about that. Come over yonder and spackle with me, woman. Yeah, it was really, he really knows how to sweep a lady off her feet. Let's go spend the day together, spackling and drying walls. But in the case of Dylan Redwine, you had a mother that was relentless in the pursuit of finding out what happened to her son. She was convinced, and by the way, happened to be correct. She happened to be 100% right. It was proven in a court of law. Here it seems like you have three characters that are really they're it's like they're helping each other. I don't know if she's on a dating site, but I know that she was, flirting with with certain people. That's what I know. I don't know if she's on, probably. Who knows? Who knows? But that's the big part. That's the point that, none of us really understand is Dawn covering for Candus? Is Candus covering for Dawn? And is Grandis trying to separate herself from this entire thing? And was it an abduction? I personally, they are still to this day pushing the narrative that she was abducted, that, and law enforcement says, well, there's a real possibility that she wandered off. Well, the Wells say that there's no way that she wandered off. So there's a big problem there. And then, is it an accident? Like, did she get ran over like Dawn says? I don't know, but I know that they are now going to be in full force image rehabilitation when Dawn is set to get released in October. And if there will be other charges before then, we'll see. Everybody gets their day in court. Dawn's no different, unfortunately. Unfortunately, he is no different. That's pretty interesting stuff. And I wanted to let you guys know tonight, there is the first members only stream, and I'll be talking a little bit about the future of this with the members. And then after that, I'll share it with the rest of you guys. And I appreciate you being here, and I hope to see whoever shows. It's later tonight, so make sure to be there if you can. If not, you can always catch it later. And then later on next week, we'll talk more about the immediate plans of this
I have
channel.
nothing to hide at all.
Nothing to hide. Nothing to hide at all.
There is no investigation. This boy
There
has.
is not, really? It is to me.
Don't say any F's and stuff.
But I have to put her on the side and where
I'm gonna do what I gotta do for me and my boys and my kids.
Don't say any F's and stuff.
There is no investigation. This boy
There
has.
is not, really? It is to me. Right. Idiot.
I've done my best. It's hard, it's real tough.
But I have to put her on the side and where with the boys.
I'm gonna do what I gotta do for me and my boys and my kids.
Don't say any F's and stuff.
Live from the NBD Production Studios, you're in the lab with your host, Joshua Diaz.
There is no investigation. This boy
There
has.
is not, really? It is to me. But I have to put her on the side and where with the boys. But I have to.
There is no investigation.
Don't say any F's and stuff.
But I have to put her.
Thank you, guys.
But I have to put her